So greetings everyone and welcome to Pillai Center and Astroved Power Time Practice here on Saturday the 4th of August 2018. My name is Sucharita. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a long time student of Dr. Pillai and teacher at Pillai Center and Astroved Advisory Services. And it is such a fabulous time to come together because we are tapping into the energy of time. And since Guru Purnima, the full moon of the Guru that happens once a year, had just passed last week, there have been so many changes for everyone. And whether you know that or not, we're going to tap into the energy of time, the power behind time. So last week we had a full moon. We're now in a waning cycle, so the full moon is getting darker, or the cycle of from the full moon to the new moon is a darker cycle. It's getting less and less appearance. The appearance in the sky is getting less and less. So that means we're going internally. So the time we are in right now, from the full moon to the new moon, gives us an opportunity to integrate all the wonderful teachings, all the spiritual blessings that came in during the full moon of the Guru. So many of us had a great opportunity to participate either online, watching the Guru Purnima live stream, or we were there in person. And I had the blessings to be there in person. At the last minute, Dr. Pillai had said, you better come. So I had to jump on a plane and get delayed for a couple of days in Philadelphia airport with flash floods and be doing my spiritual practices, because what else are you gonna do when you're stuck? So it was such a blessing to have the Guru's Grace program that I was tapping into about a week prior, and preparing for getting the blessings from the Guru. So Guru is the dispeller of darkness or ignorance, and Purnima means full moon. So Guru Purnima is a time to get tremendous blessings. So whether you tapped into that energy of time consciously or maybe unknowingly, you did receive the blessings. So Guru's Grace is a great course offered through Pillai Center Academy to tap into the energy or get initiated into Dr. Pillai's teachings. Not only have we been able to do that in so many free videos and also free programs or services that are offered through Pillai Center Astroved, but when you get Guru's Grace during this time of the year, even though it's a week later, we're still in the energy of it. We're reeling in it. Some of us who were there in person to receive it. So you can, for those of you who are new, you can go check out Pillai Center Academy. You can see the course. It's called Guru's Grace. That is a beautiful course to get initiated into. If you have a little bit more resources available, then do either the one-day live stream course. Even though it's not live, it is the course that was offered during the first day of Guru Purnima, and then there were 2 more days, so it's called a 3-day live stream Guru Purnima course. So those are all available at Pillai Center Academy, and maybe if someone is here from Pillai Center or anyone else who would like to be of service and support, you can post those links to the chat box. That's if you'd like to. So Guru's Grace is so, so, so important. As we know here, being on the path with Dr. Pillai, and those of you who have been joining recently, there is something very special about the teachings that Dr. Pillai shares. And it is special because we go immediately into them. There is no doubt in our bodies, our minds, our souls, that something is happening. We're connecting to our highest self. There's a higher power that is serving all, and we are tapping into that. So the energy that we experience at a specific time is going to help us to understand that we are tapping into the natural energies of the whole universe and of nature on this earth plane, and also in our lives. And where is that? How do we tap into it? How do we align with it? Is to get the blessings coming from the soul. And we have God inside of us. We have God all around us. But how do we stay in alignment with that is what we're here to do and share about here in Power Time Practice. And thank you so much, Radha, for posting the links for Guru Purnima and also Guru's Grace. So these courses are so fabulous. Just practicing. We had our first practice, which was last Thursday evening, 9:30 Eastern Daylight Time. And we'll do that for the next 5 weeks. So we're all going to come together, those of you who are in person at the event, and also those of you who are enrolled in the online course through Pillai Center Academy. And again, Radha is posting the notes here. The links here on the chat notes. So take a look at the link and see if that resonates with you, because the energy is so strong and we don't want to miss it. So we need to wake up God inside of us, and only a guru, a Sat Guru. Sat means the truth. He cuts to the truth of who you are. So he bypasses all the anxiety, all the challenges, all the obstacles, all the karma. And he gets right into the heart of the matter of you. So God, again, is something that each and every one of us has to realize. We have to realize God through our own experience. The teacher can take us, but then we have to get the blessings to come from within. So there's no doubt that we are in the right place at the right time, thinking, saying, and doing the right thing. So that's the energy that we are riding on as the moon goes from a full moon into a new moon. This new moon that's coming up in the next week is called Adi Amavasya. Adi is the month in Tamil from mid-July to mid-August. And it is a time for us to propitiate our ancestors, especially towards the new moon. So it is a time where we can ask for blessings. So the ancestors are not spirits that have gone to other realms after they pass from this physical plane, the earth plane. They leave our lives and they go into different realms. Now you can argue about where they're going, but as per Dr. Pillai, our ancestors are also inside of us. So they make up our genes, our DNA. We share our genes, we share our DNA. So when we are coming into a new moon, as it's getting darker in the sky, the full moon is getting less and less, so it gets darker in the sky. So does it inside of us. So the moon represents our mind, and our mind can go into a little bit of a dark crevice or corner or closet in our selves. We will be opening those doors, but we may not have the light to see everything. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to tap into the energy of time, honor the ancestors, and then we will start to get clarity. Things will start to brighten up for us internally from the inside out. So we're here to find out what's going on the inside so that we can see on the outside how we are reflecting that consciousness. So the ancestors are within us. They share our DNA. They will pump thoughts into us, into our brain. We'll be thinking, why am I thinking these thoughts? Why do I feel depressed? Or why am I feeling anxious or angry or upset? Or what out of nowhere a financial challenge comes, or even a crisis happens, or a health issue pops up. this is the time, this new moon, Adi Amavasya, is the new moon of the ancestors, where it's one of a few out throughout the whole year that will invoke the ancestors to come alive inside of us, to ping us, to tell us, please pay attention, because we are trying to act out our lives through you. And because we are trapped. We're trapped in no man's land. So even if you've done funeral rites for your ancestors, we have so many ancestors who may have not had the proper funeral rites done. And so they don't even know that they're supposed to be in a different plane. So they keep pinging us, and then they live through us, so to speak. And it's not even so to speak, they do. If there's problems with the family, if there's bickering, if there's fighting, if there's relationship issues, financial issues, a job, you're working and working and working year after year, decade after decade, and you cannot get a promotion, or you cannot get blessings on your spiritual path. You cannot get promoted on your spiritual path even. So I've met so many people over the years who have been on different spiritual paths with different spiritual masters or teachers for decades, and they get blocked for some strange reason. And then they come across Dr. Pillai's teachings. They start to do honoring of the ancestors, which is called tarpanam. And tarpanam is an offering that we do to appease the ancestors. We give them whatever it is that they need, and it's a very simple practice. And in fact, I have the materials right here, so I can just show you really quickly how to honor the ancestors. So this is something that is so simple to do. We have a bowl, and we have a coin in the bowl. I'll take that out. And we have some rice powder. So this is, you can buy this at any store. It's just like a flour. It's a rice flour, rice powder. And then we have some black sesame seeds. So you can buy those at a store as well. So they're little sesame seeds there. They're black in color. You can use the yellow ones or the golden ones if you cannot find the black ones, as per Dr. Pillai. Or you can use rice kernels. So rice kernels, they don't have to be cooked, or rice grains, sorry. And then you mix it all together and it looks like this. So there's also another item that you can use, and it's called darba. And it looks like this. It's a straw-like grass. It comes in a very long piece, but you can cut it into little pieces and then make an offering. So I'll do that right now so everyone can just get a quick glimpse of how it works. Oh, here's some more. So this is what I do. The long darba grass, I just cut it into little pieces. And then you take the little pieces and then you can, or the big piece, it depends on what you'd like to do. And then you just can put it in your hand. So you put it in your right hand. So your right hand, put the little pieces of the darba, put a little bit of the mixture of the black sesame seeds and the rice powder, not too much, coin size, right? And then you take your coin. Doesn't matter what the currency is, doesn't even matter if it's from your country, just a coin. And then you just take it and you just put it here on your palm. And then you just can open a bottle of water, fresh water, or you can use tap water if you're at your sink or your shower. And so what you do is you just take the water and you just put it over the bowl, and then you pour a little bit. So you're going to pour a little bit of water on the mixture. And then as it's dripping in the bowl, what you're going to do is you're going to make your prayer. So your prayer is going to be, dear ancestors, on my father's side, on my mother's side, please accept this offering be peaceful, be happy, be satisfied. So taking this offering from my heart to your hearts and souls, please accept this and then bless me and all the descendants here on the earth plane with peace, prosperity, and enlightenment. You can say anything else you'd like and then just pour the water on the mixture. And then clear it off your hand. And as you're doing it, your palms have very powerful chakras. So that will communicate to your subtle body that this has been done and accepted by the ancestors. Then you can take this water, this little bit, and just pour it down the drain or out in the backyard if you have a backyard. So pretty simple, right? You can just feel the difference that it makes. So Dr. Pillai shares that you can be taking your shower first thing in the morning, after sunrise, and before sunset is the time to honor the ancestors through that simple practice. And there are lots of instructions. There are lots of other videos on tarpanam, but that's a simple way to just start your day, especially on that new moon, which is going to fall on the 10th of August, which is Friday next week. And it is a time where you don't want to miss, or you want to make sure that you are honoring the ancestors in that way. So you can do it every hour. You could honor the ancestors with this tarpanam practice. If you take your shower and then you have your mix in a Tupperware or a plastic container nearby the shower, and you want to do it right in the shower, you can do the offering in the shower. You can wait till you get out of the shower. You can do it in the bathroom sink. You can wait till you get dressed and go downstairs into the kitchen. Each of those areas must be as clean as possible. And it makes sense, right? You are honoring the spirit. You're honoring the gods who gave you, or the divine beings, the teachers, the siddhas, the saints, the sages who have shared. It's so important to honor your ancestors. So this is a practice that everyone can do, anyone can do, regardless of what your belief system is. You are going to be getting the blessings, and that's what we want to experience. We want to experience the results of each of these practices. So immediately you will feel it. Even some people, including myself, have shared that they do it repeatedly. So not just once, all of a sudden all the ancestors come, all the spirits come, and it's like one by one they're lining up to get the food for their souls and to help them to evolve to those higher states. And when they go to those higher states, those heavenly realms, it's super easy to bless their descendants, and that's what they want to do. They're just floating around or hanging upside down. They're suffering, they're struggling because maybe there was a curse or they're cursing, and we don't know what goes on in that spirit realm. However, we can see the impact it has in our families' lives, in our lives, and we can see by the patterns that are creating the challenges. So again, health issues, relationship issues, children issues. Can be financial issues, can be job issues, any area of life or a lot of areas of life, all areas of life can be impacted, and not for just a little bit, for a long, long time. So this is a power time to tap into new moon, Adi Amavasya, and you can read more about that on AstroVed or Pillai Center and participate in those services if that's something that resonates with you, at honoring the ancestors through simple tarpanam, sunrise to sunset, and then doing that simple practice that I just showed on the video. Before that, let's backtrack. So new moon is also a 15th moon. So prior to that is a 14th moon, and that is a great moon for Ganesha. So Ganesha is the elephant-headed being. He has a pot belly and he rides a mouse. He's represented by a coconut. So on 14th moons, power time, Dr. Pillai has shared, break a coconut. And so many people who have been participating in Power Time Practice or other programs offered through Pillai Center Academy or Pillai Center or Astrovid, they are starting to break coconuts. And not just because we're asking them to or saying that, hey, if you break a coconut on the 4th moon or the 14th moon, you can certainly break obstacles in your life. And people do it and they feel it immediately. They feel it inside. So the coconut is Ganesha. It is the god, the archetype, the king who removes obstacles. So this is surrogate technology, as Dr. Pillai shares. It's high tech. This is the highest tech. And you can take this and then roll it around on your head or on your body parts that are full of pain, maybe on your head a lot, around your brain, your crown chakra, to get rid of worry, anxiety, upset, maybe on your heart, on your belly. So those are the main ones, your third eye, heart, belly, where we are blocked. There are lots of other chakras, but those are the main ones that will help to unlock the secrets of your soul, to help you to have some progress, to see at least, to feel the progress. So you roll it around and then you can take it, put it in a plastic bag and go out and smash it on the concrete or some rock or some hard object. You don't want to do it inside because it might break your tiles or break some of your the floors or whatever you're going to break it on. People break it on their showers, in bathtubs. Although, I don't know, sometimes the karma can be so strong, you've done it, and no problems, but then the karma is so strong, it has to break something. So take it outside and go smash it outside. If you leave it in a bag, then it's easy cleanup, right? So just a plastic shopping bag, double it up and get rid of it, just throw it away. Or you can leave it in your backyard like I do. I just smash it outside and then I leave it and the squirrels come, the animals come and they get it. So it can be recycled in nature and they love it. I pick up empty coconuts all over the place. So the coconut shells and I throw them out and I just smile because I think, oh, some animal got that. Lovely meat. So this is a great thing to do during the 14th moon if you have not had some breakthrough in your challenges in life that you're facing. So 13th moon is also a great moon to bust coconuts as well. So it's the day before that. So we've gone from 15, 14, now we're on the 13th moon. We're moving backwards towards the 8th moon where we're at today. So honoring the 13th moon means that you are tapping into a window of time or a doorway that you can walk through and get karma cleansed. So everyone says, oh, I'm suffering because of my karma, and that is true. So what are you going to do about it? You've got to tap into these energies of the 13th moon and honor Lord Shiva, who is the divine being who will drink the poison of your life, so to speak. And also inside of that 13th window, you can work on past life karma, you can work on this life karma, you can work on future lives karmas. And we don't know what is our past, what is our present, what is our future life karma. So it's better to do some preventative measures, take on some preventative measures to wipe out that which can grow and grow into a very bad weed in our garden of who we are. And then we, during this 13th moon, you can pluck it out. You can get right to the roots of it. So it's a really powerful time to honor Lord Shiva. And if you have a Shiva lingam, which I do somewhere around here, here it is. So again, this is a Mercury one. It's quite interesting. It's quite heavy, and normally there's crystal ones, or there's stone ones, or there's gemstone ones. It doesn't matter. So this represents like a vertical and a horizontal. Familiar? Christianity has a vertical and a horizontal, the cross. So the cross is a symbol that is can be seen throughout the religious traditions. And then with this symbol, what we're doing is we're wiping out the horizontal. So we're wiping out the plateau that we're on. And we're always looking to the vertical. We're always trying to tap into the vertical energy. So the energy going up. So this is a symbol, universal symbol to honor the God inside of you. So you're not running here and there and looking, you know, side to side or in front to back. You're going straight up. So it's across the cultures. You'll see the horizontal and vertical dissecting, and you know, and then this is the Shiva lingam. So what you do is you can just simply take a little bit of water. I always have this little water container, and I take a little spoon. Even if I don't have a cup of water, a bottle of water nearby, I just take a little spoon of the water, and then you just drip it, and you say Tiruni Lakantam, Tiruni Lakantam, Tiruni Lakantam, Tiruni Lakantam, Tiruni Lakantam, Tiruni Lakantam, Tiruni Lakantam. And we've done that, and we'll do it again today in the practice so that you can experience it. And then you just can offer a light, an incense, or flower to the Shiva lingam. And that can be done 1.5 hours before sunset. And you can do that every day. So Pradosham window happens every day. If you can honor the Shiva lingam, which is honoring yourself, cleansing your karma through this simple practice of pouring a little water. Some people pour juice and milk, they really get into it, and that's great, because that you're imagining yourself to be the Shiva lingam. So you're imagining that you are this Shiva lingam, and then you're pouring the water, the juice, the milk on top of the Shiva lingam, but you're imagining it coming on top of you and pouring down you and cleansing your aura and cleansing your internal God consciousness. So this is something that's high tech again, and then you have to do it to experience it, to know that something happened. So you're invited to do that, especially on the 13th moon, but you can do it every day around sunset. So 1.5 hours prior to sunset every day. If you are experiencing karma challenges and you just can't break through, then definitely do that. You can also bust a coconut, or if you have a lemon, you can, same with the coconut, you can roll it around your head and roll it around all the different body parts, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, roll it on your skin, roll it on your chakras, and then cut it. And then you will feel the karma being released. So that's something that you can do on the 13th moon or every day during sunset time, Pradosham time. So prior to that, we have a couple of days, the 12th moon and the 11th moon, and those are called, they're associated with the God who is like a party god. He wants to have heaven on earth, and he loves to fulfill our wishes. His name is Lord Vishnu. So he is honored on the 11th and 12th moons, along with his consort, the goddess Lakshmi, who is the goddess of wealth. So he is the god of wealth, she is the goddess of wealth. And you can get money miracles during the 11th and 12th moons if you honor Narayana, who is the name of Lord Vishnu, to fulfill your wishes. And then we are coming into Kritika stars there, and that's a good star for honoring Lord Muruga. And there's a Muruga, Palladian God of Wisdom, is a great course to take in Pillai Center Academy. I believe there's also another Lord Muruga course that is will propitiate Lord Muruga, the God of the third eye. So we want to get our third eye open, because then things will happen very fast, very quickly. So Kritika star is one of the stars or nakshatras that will light up your third eye if you honor Lord Muruga. And his veil is here. So I love this. This is my new edition. Dr. Pillai blessed this veil during Guru Purnima, or after Guru Purnima, when everyone was going up to say hello to him and get their special objects blessed. And this was something that he had blessed for me. And as soon as I put my hand out just like this, and someone took a picture of it. I think it was Jay Radha. She took a picture, sent it to me. But I put my hand out just like this to get his blessings, and he touched it with his hand on the veil. And I thought, oh, okay, you know, that was kind of unexpected. And so I went away. When I was walking away, I was literally bouncing, and the veil was so hot, and I was feeling the vibrations of this empowerment coming from this sacred object that was something that I didn't think that had any power until Dr. Pillai touched it. And it was surging through me. I had to quickly get to my seat, and I was just vibrating. I thought, oh my God, and my knees are going to buckle. So this is the technology that we have access to. So it's a new veil that I have, and I'm so happy to have it because it's much thicker. Usually I use this veil. And this is the veil that normally I use. It's many, many years old, but it's thinner. And I was just mentioning that I'm sticking it in so many lemons, because that's what we would do during a Kritika star day, such as the 5th, which is tomorrow. And it is something that you can do to get rid of karma as well. So you just take your lemon, and I've already sliced it, so you can just slice poke it a little bit, so there's a little bit of entry, and then you just shove the veil into that. And so this veil, because it's pretty fine, it's fine silver, and so it started to bend. And I thought, oh my goodness, I've got to get another veil. And this is what manifested, this really thick, lovely, grab onto it veil. So we imagine it also as our third eye, and then the shaft of the veil is our backbone. So we'll do that in the meditation practice as well. We don't want to just talk about these things. We want to experience them. So this veil is the goddess energy. It's Shakti. So time Shakti means time energy. When you get into your third eye, you're going to be in God time, which can be miracle time. Things can happen so unexpectedly and be so life transforming. So it's just like getting a lotto ticket. When you win, your life changes in an instant, or you get a new job or a promotion, or like me, I got on a plane, and little did I know at that time where I was delayed. When I got into the event, Dr. Pillai was sharing different things with people randomly out of the crowd, the audience who were there, the people who were there. And he was telling them, giving them blessings and telling them that their business was going to prosper, or they were going to have a glorious life, or they were going to find the person of their dreams. And then he yelled my name out, and I thought, oh my goodness, I wasn't paying attention because I was communing with the goddess Lakshmi. There was a picture of the goddess Lakshmi. And because I was pretty new to the Guru Purnima and the stage that Dr. Pillai was on, I didn't notice the goddess at his feet in a picture frame, just off to the side. And I just happened to catch it, and the whole room was lit up with this golden light. And I was like, really? We just talked about this, or Dr. Pillai just talked about communing with God. And how do we know that God is there? We'll see a tremendous light, and it will fill up our whole being. And so I was like, oh my goodness, I was paying attention to this light, and I was like, oh my God, Goddess Lakshmi, you're here. Please, please pray, please answer everyone's prayers so we can have all our wishes fulfilled. And not only the people here, the people who are watching the live stream. I was just having this ongoing, like, I have to get it all in. And then I said, okay, never mind about all that. Just bring heaven on earth. And so at that point, I had heard Dr. Pillai yell out my name, and I was like, oh man, I'm so busted. I don't even know if he's going to ask me something, because I wasn't really paying attention. And then he paused, and it was like one of those pregnant pauses where it's like, oh, I'm so busted. He's going to say, ask me something that I don't know. And that would be fine. But then he just said, your karma is finished. It's done. I was just like, what? My whole body just bowed forward. I didn't even, like, my head, everything just flopped forward. It was just, and I had totally, it was unexpected, and I didn't even know what it meant. I still don't to this day, but I'm so grateful because there was such a tremendous release. So even in all the struggles and all the challenges that I've had in my life from day one, and then being on this spiritual path with Dr. Pillai, where it's a little bit tricky sometimes, it's a slippery slope or a double-edged sword, and you don't know sometimes if your karma is ever going to be dissolved. But just keep doing your practices, and do it with knowingness that you are God, and God is going to reveal. And we're with a great master who will let us know when that time is that the cucumber falls from the branch, so to speak, where you're looking at it, you're tending to the plant, you're tending to make sure that it has the light that it needs, you're loving it, you're doing, tilling the soil, you're weeding the garden. And then when that time comes, it just drops. Did you see it or not? Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't matter. You know that it's done. So having that experience was a tremendous karma busting. And all I can say to people who ask me is that just, if I can do it, anyone can do these teachings and get the results. And someday it will pay off and it will be all worth it. So what does that mean? I have no more karma? I have karma every day. So new karma is coming, but how it's happening, how it comes is with more grace and ease, and also the relief is there. There's not the challenges. I don't bump up against it or get knocked down so much. It is, I have this tremendous energy to do whatever it is that I need to do. And especially because I work with people who, they have tremendous problems and challenges and, heavy hearts, and they're so, discouraged. So I can't do pep talks. That's not going to help. So some beautiful energy comes through and blesses them. And I'm like, cool. You do it, God, because I wouldn't know what to say or what to do at this point in time when their life is such a mess. So that's the grace and blessings of being with a great master, a great guru. And these are the technologies, the high tech, the teachings, the highest education that you can have. So invest in it. Invest your time. If you don't have the money, there's so many free services and programs and videos that you can dive into until you start to get a breakthrough. And then when you have a breakthrough and you have a little bit of extra money because maybe you got a job or you got a raise or an inheritance, money came somehow, then you can start to get on your spiritual path. And as you get on your spiritual path, and the more courses you do in the services and the programs that you dive into, you're diving into karma busting. It is doing it. It's not something that you just take and then, okay, we'll see what happens. You are cleansing. So it's transforming you at the level of the body, mind, and soul, not just at the level of the intellect where you're thinking about, oh, that's cool information, or that's enlightening. You're actually feeling the release. And thereafter, your life just unfolds in a miraculous way. And that's what we want to do, because we are God. So we need God to wake up, smell the coffee, smell the cappuccino, and enjoy life. So being on the spiritual path can be a little bit tricky because we can go very high and very low. That's why we encourage everyone to jump into a program where you're going to have the support, like you are here with Power Time Practice, so you know what the energy is ahead. So the week ahead is what we tap into, and we give a forecast of the events that are going on, and those days of the week that we discussed will be sent to you in an email. Radha and Yagna are fabulous service providers doing selfless service for so many years. When I asked them, I pleaded with them, can you just do it for 12 months? And they said, absolutely. And here we are several years later. I don't even want to say the number because it might discourage them, but several days later, I know it wouldn't. They love doing the service, just as I do. And it gives us so much joy and happiness to hear from all of you when we have our open discussions after our meditations every week. And then every week, as each week rolls out, we can, hear how things are evolving for you. So you have a community, regardless of where you are in the world. And if you're the only place in your city, your country who's studying these esoteric teachings, these high-tech teachings, and you want somebody to talk to, here we are. And we will keep you on track. We'll keep you going and keep your energy so that it's not so spiky, going high and then going low, especially after Guru Purnima, that full moon where we had so much high energy. And then it's coming into the waning cycle where we're just like, we just want to go internal. We want to cocoon, because it is a time to do that. So you're right on time. You're integrating all that tremendous energy, and then you're seeing how your life is going to unfold towards the new moon. And then also doing your cleansing, as we mentioned. So without further ado now, let's get into a state of receptivity where we can feel connected to God, knowing that these power times are coming up. It's a cleansing time. It's also a time to bust obstacles. It's a time to honor the ancestors. So some of you may go into meditation and all of a sudden you see some ancestor. You just know, this is, holy cow, this is my grandfather, grandmother, or maybe just an ancestor who is coming and appearing before you, and they can be a little bit, the experience that you can have can be a little bit overwhelming. Some people are teared up. Some people feel the curse that they are under, the ancestor is under. So that might be something that you'll experience either in this meditation or in your spiritual practices or just in your everyday life. So be alert this week. Be very, very alert. Someone had a big car accident after Guru Purnima. So be very, very alert. You're in a high state, and use that high intelligence to look in your life. Use the light to light up the life and be, sharp with your intuition. So that's why we do meditation, is to sharpen our awareness, sharpen our intuition, so that we make decisions that are going to be more fulfilling and more rewarding in our lives as they roll out. So closing your eyes and putting your attention inside is what we're going to do now, to experience everything that we spoke about. and then to go deeper into it, even if you have experienced these kinds of meditations before. We never know what Dr. Pillai is going to be pouring into us at this point in time.